Hi, this is Ben.
And this is Chris.
And we are half of Cab For Cutie. Welcome to Sessions at AOL.
It was 100 degrees as we sat beneath a willow tree.
I guess we always sort of hoped that we'd have a career that would work out for a few years, but it certainly wasn't a goal. It was just sort of like, we like playing music together and let's try and do that.
Made a horrible call, and now the state line felt like the Berlin Wall.
Every record is, you know, its own thing. It's its own time and place. I think that Plans is a more refined record than Transatlanticism was. I feel like it's a little closer and a little more direct.
Home in my heart with rotten wood, and it's decayed from the start.
I enjoy touring now. I didn't used to, because it used to be really miserable to tour.
Well, touring has gotten a lot easier for us over the years, too. I mean, we're able to kind of afford ourselves luxuries that we never would have even dreamed of affording ourselves when we were traveling around in a van that wouldn't go over 60 miles an hour. I mean, I have a nostalgia for kind of the camaraderie and the kind of, you know, us against the world at that point, but it was, looking back, it was really hard.
Yeah.
I was working at an oil refinery doing environmental testing and stuff like that. And I would hope, I guess I can say, only say that I only hope that I wouldn't still be doing that if we hadn't been able to make a living doing a band.
In the mouth of a man who was devouring us both.
If the rock band hadn't have worked out, I'd be making coffee professionally, which is, if you do it well, I think it's the best line of work you can do, and I think that if you make coffee poorly professionally, you're not going to do well in the next world. There's no excuse for bad coffee.
I've got a hunger, twisting my stomach into knots.
There have been questions for years and years and years, like about how, if you could make yourself perfect, would you? Like, and you can do that now. You can do that with Photoshop, and you can do that with Pro Tools. And I think that that is making for some really boring, dull records.
This is the sound of settling. Ba, 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 ba.
If somebody can pick up an instrument and make a noise that's unique to them, I think that's worth capturing. I think that's something that's worth bringing to the front. And I think that, for me personally, I feel like Pro Tools is the enemy of that. Like, that's the very antithesis of why I ever got into this.
If I could even take it a step further, like, I think that this sense of trying to shine up and clean everything has ruined country music. I mean, country music used to be like this really amazing genre and was dangerous and you know, had something to say and really, you know, was an important part of our culture. And now I think it's like, it's been so whitewashed and it's been so cleaned up, and it just, we are losing like a really important genre of music to all of these things that Chris is talking about with, you know, cleaning up what should be dirty. Rock and roll should be dirty. It should have rough edges. And I feel like there's been a tendency with large record labels to kind of clean every corner of the room of rock and roll, or of music in general. I think that's really dangerous.
I've got a hunger, twisting my stomach into knots.